Florencia Pajares Britos is part of a new wave of international female fighters who are quietly building their names through discipline, experience, and steady growth rather than instant mainstream fame. Born on December 5, 1998 in Montevideo, Uruguay, she represents a unique and inspiring story in the world of boxing. A fighter who not only committed herself to the sport at a young age but also became part of a movement helping elevate women's boxing in her home country. From the age of just 11 years old, Britos began training, developing the fundamentals that would later shape her into a technically sound and mentally tough competitor. While many young athletes struggled to stay consistent early on, she showed unusual dedication, sticking with the sport through the physical and mental demands that come with boxing. Over time, that commitment paid off as she built an outstanding amateur record of 40 wins, only 2 losses, and 1 draw, a reflection of both her natural ability and her relentless work ethic. What makes her journey even more compelling is the context in which it took place. Women's boxing in Uruguay has not historically received the same level of attention or resources as in larger boxing nations, making her rise even more impressive. Rather than being discouraged by limited exposure, Britos embraced the challenge and used it as motivation to stand out. She became known as one of the early figures pushing women's professional boxing forward in her country, helping to inspire younger fighters who may not have previously seen a clear path in the sport. Her nickname, La Matona, meaning the tough one or the enforcer, perfectly captures both her personality and her fighting approach. It speaks to a mentality built on resilience, grit, and a willingness to face any opponent without hesitation. Inside the ring, Britos has developed a style that blends pressure with intelligence. Standing at around 5 feet 3 inches, she is not the tallest fighter in her division, but she makes up for it with determination, timing, and ring awareness. She often fights bigger than her size, pushing forward, cutting off the ring, and forcing her opponents into uncomfortable positions. At the same time, she is not reckless. Her boxing IQ allows her to adjust mid-fight, read her opponent's tendencies, and make strategic decisions that give her the upper hand. This balance between aggression and control is something that many fighters spend years trying to master, and it has become one of her defining traits. A major turning point in her career came when she made the decision to relocate to the United States, specifically Las Vegas, a city often considered the heart of professional boxing. This move was not just about changing location, it was about stepping into a higher level of competition and opportunity. In Las Vegas, Britos gained access to world-class training facilities, experienced coaches, and sparring partners who compete at the highest levels of the sport. She has trained alongside elite fighters such as Alicia Baumgardner, Michaela Mayer, and Sandy Ryan, experiences that have undoubtedly sharpened her skills and expanded her understanding of the game. Being in that environment pushes fighters to constantly improve, and Britos has taken full advantage of it. Currently competing in the featherweight division at around 126 pounds, Britos has shown that she can handle different competitive formats. In addition to traditional bouts, she has also participated in the Team Combat League, where she represents the Las Vegas Hustle. This format is unique compared to standard boxing matches, as it emphasizes team performance and cumulative scoring across rounds. It requires fighters to be not only effective individually but also consistent and strategic in a broader team context. Britos' ability to adapt to this structure highlights her versatility and her understanding of the sport beyond just one-on-one competition. Before officially turning professional, Britos gained valuable experience through exhibition bouts in the Team Combat League, facing a wide range of opponents with different styles and backgrounds. These fights served as an important transition between amateur and professional boxing, allowing her to refine her skills in a competitive but developmental environment. She secured victories over fighters such as Jacob Pavlis, Teresia Douglas, Jennifer Miranda, and Lizette Lopez, demonstrating her ability to adjust and perform consistently. Even in moments where she faced setbacks, such as a decision loss to Jasmine Adams, she treated those experiences as learning opportunities rather than failures, using them to improve and grow as a fighter. Her official professional debut in June 2024 marked the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with higher stakes and greater visibility. Transitioning from amateur to professional boxing is never easy, as the pace, power, and expectations all increase significantly. However, Britos managed to make that transition smoothly, quickly establishing herself with a strong start and maintaining an undefeated record early in her pro career. This early success is not just about wins. It reflects her preparation, her discipline, and her readiness to compete at the next level. Beyond her physical abilities, one of the most defining aspects of Britos' career is her mindset. She consistently emphasizes that boxing is as much a mental sport as it is a physical one. Discipline, focus, and confidence play a crucial role in determining success, and she has demonstrated all three throughout her journey. Her belief that nobody can fight like me is not arrogance, but rather a reflection of self-awareness and confidence in her unique style. That mentality allows her to step into the ring with conviction, trusting in her training and her instincts. Another key element of her story is the role of personal motivation. Britos often speaks about the importance of her family and her faith, using them as sources of strength during both victories and challenges. In a sport as demanding as boxing, having a strong support system can make a significant difference, and it is clear that these influences have helped shape her character both inside and outside the ring. They provide her with a sense of purpose that goes beyond just winning fights. giving deeper meaning to her journey. As women's boxing continues to grow globally, fighters like Florencia Pajares Britos are helping lead that evolution. The sport has seen increased visibility, larger audiences, and more opportunities for female athletes, but there is still progress to be made. By competing internationally and training at an elite level, Britos is contributing to that progress, showing that fighters from countries like Uruguay can compete and succeed on the world stage. Her journey serves as inspiration not only for aspiring boxers, but also for anyone pursuing a goal in the face of limited opportunities. Another aspect that makes Britos particularly intriguing as a fighter is her adaptability. She is not limited to a single approach in the ring. Instead, she adjusts based on her opponent, the pace of the fight, and the situation at hand. Whether it means applying pressure, counterpunching, or focusing on defense, she has shown the ability to make those changes in real time. This level of adaptability is often what separates good fighters from great ones, as it allows them to remain effective even when faced with unexpected challenges. Looking ahead, there is a growing sense of anticipation surrounding her potential. With her strong amateur background, early professional success, and exposure to elite training environments, many believe she has the tools to eventually compete at the highest levels of her division. The path forward will depend on continued development, smart matchmaking, and consistent activity, but the foundation she has built so far is undeniably strong. If she continues on this trajectory, it is not unrealistic to imagine her fighting for major titles in the future. Ultimately, the story of Florencia Pajares Britos is still unfolding, and that is what makes it so compelling. She represents the journey of a fighter who is building her career step by step, without shortcuts, relying on hard work, resilience, and belief in herself. While she may not yet be a household name, everything about her path suggests that she is moving in that direction. For boxing fans, following her career now offers the chance to witness the rise of a fighter who embodies both skill and determination. And as her story continues to develop, there is little doubt that she has the potential to leave a lasting impact on the sport of boxing.